Whoa! That would have been great if that made the save. That could have got you in the noggin.
Remember what we said about building things soundly. So for those of you with limited space in your backyard, you want to make sure that you're not buying 7 miles of rope unnecessarily to mark everything with spikes. Just get paint. It's a fraction of the cost. Durastripe. It's our preference. We love this stuff because this is what the pros use to mark everything off on their sports fields. And it won't kill your grass. Do not use regular spray paint. It will kill your grass. If you're curious about who these guys are, there they are there. Woo, woo. And I'm not going to blur the logo like everybody else does on television because I'm actually very proud to say that we use this stuff. And I doubt Durastripe is going to sue me for not necessarily endorsing them, but by telling you, I love it. So the paint here represents, again, the border. This here would be the gate to come in. Most of you have gates that are between 3 and 5 feet of width. We'll assume this one here is 4. You see, I'm splitting everything up. I know that people are going to come in this way and go out this way. So, we now have to think about how to get people to walk past this doom chamber as many times as possible. So just in your mind, think here that this long one is going to be your way out, but you still don't want to cut people on their way out off from the chamber. You might want to consider having them walk towards the chamber, get a big scare, leap out, have them come over and around, and then leave. So they're not interfering with the in traffic. So why don't we get that going now with Durastripe? So we know that people have to leave somewhere around there. We're going to cut this in half. When people come in, let's do dry runs. Let's walk. This could work. Make them walk back like so. Make them walk back and around, so long as they're constantly going towards the doom chamber. And now let's think about the exit for a second. Once they've gone all the way around, let's assume this is just about the end of their journey. They're going to come in, they're going to turn, 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 get them out. I think we're going to go with that. Let's start painting. Just keep the camera running, Mike, and we'll speed the whole thing up. What I'd like you to do is just picture this mesh here as the walls, as we talked about in all of our previous videos. Cheap tarps are great, but old carpet is even better. You're going to secure it by hanging it from the top here, and you're going to cut the appropriate holes in it. Don't forget this little square right here that I'm looking through. When you're on the inside of the chamber looking out, your field of vision is huge. So you have to have holes in the carpet or the tarp this size in strategic places, even down low. So again, people who are walking around this thing, oh, here we go. There's a hole right there. And again, if this was a nice soft carpet, you could also have it so you could dive out of the bottom instead. Just like last year. where the hands grab out. Alright? The idea now of the chamber is you can put 4 guys in here. Look at all the room they have. They move around. Guy number 1 takes the first and the second scare. Guy number 2, he's got them here, and he can also race out, like crawling through the foxhole, and come running over here, lift the carpet, now he's inside. So the one guy who's in this area can always just get out, back in, and now he's over here for another scare. This is why the Doom Chamber is absolutely essential when putting together a backyard haunted house. If you're going to do curtain openings, just imagine these are curtains. You want to throw them out, come right out at them. But without a Doom Chamber, none of it's possible. The Doom Chamber also has it so that your staff and your scare team can always talk to each other. There are going to be slow times during the night, and if you've got a guy who just does this and walks around, it's going to get bored. And when your characters get bored, they tend to just stand there and do this. And that is not a good Halloween experience. But that's a Halloween experience.